Welcome into another edition of Diamond Talk on the Southeastern Sports Network. Now joined by head coach Zach Crabtree. Coach, when we talked last week, you talked about how hitting is contagious. Well, that worked out for you well. Did you expect it, though, to come from the 9-hole hitter, Caleb Dubler, who for the week he racks up 6 RBIs, goes 4 for 9. He kind of got you guys started right off the bat in Game 1 against Oklahoma Baptist.
For sure. You know, he had a big home run and just kind of energized our dugout and our guys, and he just carried on through the weekend. We just had quality at bats and good team at bats, and sometimes you don't know where that spark's going to come from, but Caleb's a senior and has been there and done it, and you know, he was a good spark plug for us this weekend for sure.
Of course, the offense generates 19 runs. You go 2-1. You take the series against Oklahoma Baptist. Talk a little bit first, though, about the move in the series. You guys ended up moving that series from Shawnee here to Durant.
Yeah, Coach Cox and I went back and forth through the week looking at the forecast. We thought about moving it, and then we decided not to. And then Thursday, the forecast really dropped up there, and he said, hey, let's go ahead and move it. And even till Friday, it was saying we're going to get 50s Friday and Saturday, and it never got close to 50. And so, you know, it's always nice to play at home. You get to stay in your own bed and get to take advantage of your home field, and it was good to get a win against a good quality opponent there in Oklahoma Baptist.
Of course, the first game of the series got another solid performance from Cody Nitson, who finally picks up his first win. He gives up 1 run off 3 hits. How did that set the tone for the defense? Because, you know, yeah, you had the loss in Game 1 on Saturday, but you look at the Game 2 numbers, a pretty dominating performance against a pretty good Oklahoma Baptist team.
Yeah, and even the Game 2, the score was it was a lot tighter game, and you know, Game 1, Cody Nitson was outstanding, and that's what we expect out of him. And he, you know, that's what he gave us last year, and that's why he's our Friday night guy. I think he's as good as anybody in the conference. And then Game 2, Mason Whitmarsh wasn't as dominant as he had been his first 2 starts, but he still made some good pitches, and OBU put some nice at bats on some good swings on some really good pitches, and hit a 2-run homer. And then, you know, it was 4-3 or 4-2 game there in the 6th, and we get a guy gets to walk on 3 pitches, and you know, we didn't respond to some adversity, and they hung a 6th spot, and it kind of blew the game open there, just that 1 inning. And then our guys did an outstanding job rebounding, you know, after losing that game, and we didn't respond to adversity in the second game, but we came out in Game 3 and had some quality at bats the first inning. I think we scored 3 in the first. We're patient and made the pitcher throw strikes, and then we hit, you know, when he threw it across, we hit it well. And then Bryce Deathridge went out and just threw a heck of a game. He had a no-hitter, I think, with 1 out in the 5th, and ended up giving up a couple. But it was just a great rebound from losing Game 2, and it was a quality, just a great team series for us, you know, to win 2 out of 3, and just the way we played as a team offensively. Our defense has improved. We played better defense this weekend, and I thought we got 3 quality starts from our starters.
How important is it for a guy like Nitz? And he ate up 8 innings in Game 1. You never had to go to the bullpen really to bring on closer late. How important is it for him to do that to kind of give you guys a little bullpen cushion for the following 2 games?
Oh, it's very important, because when you get those 16 innings on Saturday, and if you don't go deep with your starter on Friday and you have to get in the bullpen, it really eats in. You know, you guys have to really eat up some innings at some point. And so he was basically on cruise control. I mean, he was just dominant, and it really set the tone for the weekend. And then, you know, Mason, you know, went into the 5th or 6th inning. I can't remember how long he went, but kept us in the game. And then we turned it over to the bullpen, and then it kind of got out of hand. And then Deathridge came back, and he proved all last year he's going to go 6 to 7 in Game 3. You know, he's just a competitor and a bulldog. And so he did that. It was really, you know, like I said, our 3 starters did an amazing job on the weekend. We, you know, lost Game 2, but it was a quality start.
From a coaching perspective, I know a week ago when we sat down, you were a little bit, I guess, disappointed, maybe even flustered at the lack of offense. Coming off of a nice series win to open up conference play where the offense did produce so well, you feeling a little more comfortable this week?
Feel better about it. You know, anytime you can win a conference series, it's good. But we still have some things we could work on. Game 2, we left some guys on base that could have changed the outcome of the game earlier. It definitely changed the momentum. but our guys rebounded from last week and responded well. I think I told you I thought we would be ready this weekend, and our guys were. And I also said I thought we were a lot better than our record was, and I think we are. I'm not saying we're national champions at this point, but we're better than what we had played, and hopefully this gets us on a roll and gets us going, playing with some confidence and some positive energy. And like we talked about last week too, baseball is a game of confidence and a game of mental toughness, and we were as confident this week and played with as much mental toughness as we had all year, and it showed.
We're Southwestern coming to town this week. What do fans need to know about the Bulldogs?
Coach Saunders does a good job there. They're going to play hard. They're going to play fast. They got Cantwell's their Friday starter, which is the older brother of our basketball player here, and he's very competitive, and he's going to go at you. And they're going to play the game right. We won 2 out of 3 at their place last year, and I think it's going to be a good matchup. And, they swept East Central this week, and so we need to go take care of business. You want to win as many conference series as you can, and you need to win the ones at home for sure. And so I think it'll be a good series. I think it'll be both pitching staffs are very comparable, and I think it'll be a very good competitive series.
Get you out of here on this. Starting the college baseball season in February brings some weather difficulties. And unlike other sports, football, you play in the rain. Basketball, everything's in the gym. You guys have to kind of be ready to play on a moment's notice. Talk a little bit about the challenges of that as a head coach. Well,
it's just keeping your guys' mind right. I mean, the thing that we try to stress is that both teams are going to play in the same conditions. And so regardless if it's 75 and sunny or 33 and mist and rain like it was Saturday, we got to go out and compete and be competitive and put the weather conditions out of our mind as much as possible. But they do play an effect, but it's just kind of how you approach it. And so we try to make it a positive and say, hey, both teams are competing in the same environment. Let's just get after it, And so that's part of February baseball, And so there's nothing we can do about it. There's going to be good days. Like today, it's going to be reasonably well. And tomorrow's game's been postponed because it's going to be a high of 32 and mist and rain. So.
Raining all day on Tuesday. Again, Zach Crabtree, head coach of Southeastern Baseball. Thanks, Coach, as always. Good luck in the conference series this week with Southwestern.
Thank you, sir, and go Storm.
Of course, coming up, Savage Storm Baseball right here on the Southeastern Sports Network.